we are going to be working on a hip mobility series. So what I want you to do is get into a plank position, and you're going to bring this foot outside of your hand here. Drop this lower knee if it's too strenuous to hold into the plank. If you're not ready for this, just drop the back knee. You can push your elbow out into your knee, and we're going to do a little bit of rotation. I like to hold on to my foot. We're going to do clockwise and counterclockwise. You're going to feel a stretch in the hip flexor on this side, as well as getting a stretch into the front leg. So you should feel this on both sides. We are going to do little rotations. Again, this back knee can be dropped, or you can be upright in more of a plank position. If we need a deeper stretch, you're welcome to drop down to your elbows. Not everybody's ready for this one, okay? So just a little bit, again, those pelvic circles, clockwise and counterclockwise, a couple each way, and then I'm just switching back and forth. Now from this position, what I'm going to have you do is come back onto your hands, bring your foot over, and we're going to do a piriformis stretch. Now, not everybody can get into this figure four stretch. Some people's legs like drop in, so just go to your comfort level. You can put a yoga block under your butt to support you. But what I want you to do is just bring the leg to where you feel comfortable. Again, I like to block the foot here. And if you want to stay upright, you're going to be upright. You're going to feel deep piriformis stretch. This is called pigeon pose in yoga. If you feel comfortable and you want to come down to your elbows for a deeper sink, you're welcome to. If not, stay up or put a yoga block under your hip to help support you, okay? So we want to stretch our rotators. Like I said, piriformis does multiple rotations. Let's walk our chest over to our knee. We're going to hug over here. Ooh, it hurts so good, right? So we're going to hold here. We're going to walk our hands over to our foot, and we're going to hug our foot. So there's three directions I want you to be: center, right, and left, okay? And then come back into center. We're going to kick back into that plank position. And then we're going to bring the other foot over. Okay, so this is a different view. Now we'll do the other side. Again, stay on the foot. If you're okay in the plank, you're going to get a hip flexor stretch on that extended leg. If not, drop down to your knee. Push the elbow out into the knee. I like to grab the foot, and we're going to do circles. Clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise. Okay, this is a feel good. You can do 10 or for time, whatever feels good. Okay, we're going to drop it down to the elbows. Let that knee fall out, okay? Let the knee fall out. Get a nice stretch here. Clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise. Okay, good. We're going to come up onto the hands. Bring the foot over to where you feel comfortable. Grab your yoga block if you need it. Otherwise, try to sit back into that hip. Breathe into that muscle. Feel that tightness and breathe into it, okay? If you want to come to your elbows, you're welcome to. If not, stay on your hands. Okay, so we can sink down here. Hug the foot. Bring the chest over your foot. You can even walk your arms over for more of a stretch. And if you want to stretch and hug your knee, we'll reach over toward the knee. If one feels tighter than the other, feel free to spend some time in there. If you just like straight, we can play around with this. If you're still on your hands, you can do something similar by walking your hands and your torso over. And then you're going to kick back into that hands and knees position. And we're just going to go into a little bit of a child's pose here. Stretch it out, which is nice. Little cat-cow. Inhale on the way up, exhale on the tuck. Inhale on the way up, exhale on the tuck. Good. So go ahead, tuck your toes underneath you, push up into somewhat of a downward dog, come back down. Stretch your handy calves, come back down. Hips up, come back down. This is an active, lengthening exercise for your legs. Okay? Good. Try to get the heels down. Try to push your heels down. Straighten the knees, heels down. Straighten the knees, heels down. Now, walk your feet to your hands. Walk them back out again into the plank. Walk your feet into your hands. Little lift. Walk your feet back out again. Good. Okay, good, good, good. Hang here, grab your elbows, sway a little bit side to side. Getting a little bit more still of the hamstring stretch, stretching out your low back. Good. Come back onto hands and knees. Now we're going to do hip cars, okay? What that means is you are going to lift the leg out and do a big circle, touchdown, kick back, out and around, big circle, out, up, around, and down, back, out, around, and down, okay? So we're going out, up, and around, back, and around. Okay, we're going to switch and do the other side. Okay, let me face you this way. So we're on the other side, back, out, and around, out, back, and around. Big circles, okay? Just think big circles with your hip. Good. Out and around, back and around, out and around. Okay, so from here, widen your knees, widen your feet, drop your hips back into, I think this is called a frog pose. That's what I call it anyway. You might not be able to sink onto your elbows. You might be upright. You might be up here. So depending on how tight your adductors are, your inner thigh, will dictate how low you get. You can do little subtle rock backs. Shift your hips back, come out of it. Shift your hips back. Good, come out of it. Back. Woo, sinking deep here. Good. A couple more times. Back. Come out of it. Last one. Ooh, yeah, back. Okay. So you're going to bring one leg up and around, and you're going to bring it back. We call this 90-90 position here. This is internal rotation on your back leg. If you're cramping, come off. Lean away from that side. If you're able to hold, you're going to get a stretch in through the hips. This is really good for hip mobility. So you can just hang here. If this is hard for you and you kind of want to lean off, find where you can tolerate and start to shift your torso upright. To make this more challenging, lift that back leg. Ooh, lift, and then lift, lift, and lift, lift, and lift. Okay, so this is challenging. So now we're going to switch sides. We're going to bring the other leg in front, the other leg in back. Again, assess. Can you shift over? Can you shift your torso and your pelvis upright, or are you off to the side? Okay, this is going to be something that we try to work on, and we're going to lift up. This is hard, okay? Not everyone can lift. If you feel like you're going to cramp, come out of it, lean off, and lift. Lean off and lift. You'll be able to get more out of it if you lean off of it. You're still getting hip internal rotation. You're going to want to work toward being more upright and able to have that lift. So we can lift up, lean forward, lift up, lean forward, up, forward, up, forward. Okay, that concludes our hip mobility. So we worked on internal rotation, we worked on a hip flexor stretch, we got piriformis, and then we got your inner thighs. We did a lot of mobility in addition to flexibility. We got your hamstrings, we got your calves. So this is a really nice opener to get multiple muscle groups, side of the hips, hip extensors. So just about the whole entire pelvis was included in that hip mobility sequence, and I think it's a really good one to add into your routine when you're feeling pretty stiff or on a regular basis.